Johannesburg is scheduled to host foreign dignitaries at the G20 Summit in Nasrec on the 22nd till the 23rd of November, while the Sandton Convention Centre will host the B20 on the 19th as well as 20th of November. Well, this means a number of roads that will be within the city will be affected, and national routes that will be affected include, of course, the N1, the M1 as well as the N12. The Road Traffic Management Corporation has now advised that tomorrow, the 15th of November, a number of routes will be subject to closures, lane restrictions, as well as intermittent disruptions for security, as well as traffic control purposes. And motorists are then advised to plan well ahead and use those alternative routes. Xolani Fihla is Johannesburg Metropolitan Police Department spokesperson, and he joins us now to further unpack about these road closures. Xolani, it's a pleasure, sir. Welcome to SA Today. So talk to us about the routes that will be directly affected. I know I've mentioned a few there, the national routes, and when they will be affected, what are the alternative routes that motorists will also have access to? Please give us all the details, sir. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and let me greet the viewers. As we do know that the G20 Leaders Summit is right at our doorstep. It's happening next weekend on the 22nd and on the 23rd of November. And we know that with that, significant routes will then be disrupted, and we'll be seeing some operations happening within the city of Johannesburg, and particularly this coming weekend on the 15th. That's when we are continuing with the joint law enforcement operations leading to the Leaders Summit. You did mention some of the routes that will be affected, but we'll repeat them again with the national and regional routes that will be affected. That's the N1, it's the M1 and the N12. And with the arterial and urban routes, we have routes in Sandton, which is Catherine Street to Rivonia Road, Daisy Street, Maud Street, 5th Street, and Grayson Drive, and particularly Grayson Drive because we'll be having a lot of movement on that route. So we'll be seeing much harder closures than on some other routes. Then in Melrose Arc, will be on Ethel Oaklands Road, on Melrose Boulevard and Whitley Road. Then in the Rosebank Westcliff Parkview area, that's in the Randburg area, it's Jan Smarts Avenue, it's Glenhove Road and Oxford Road. In the Four Ways area, it's Winnie Mandela Drive, that's coming from Steyn City, and also in Magaliesig from Monte Casino, and also in Rediport on Hendrik Potgieter Road, and of course in the Nasrec precinct on Golden Highway, Nasrec Road and Rancho Road. Now, with the time period of the operations, it's between 9 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, where we'll be having these rolling road closures across some of these roads in the city of Johannesburg. But to reassure our residents and motorists that the closures will be periodic. This is to allow the operations to move past, and once the operations have passed those certain routes, and then the roads will then be reopened. And of course, we do have alternative routes for our motorists navigating through the city of Johannesburg. If you are in the Roodepoort area, you can either use Bears Nadir Drive, Christian David Road, or Ndierkas Road instead of Hendrik Potgieter Road. You can also use Main Road, Cedar Road, and Witkoppen Road in Four Ways to avoid Winnie Mandela Drive. In the Sandton, Rosebank, and Parktown area, you can use roads that are parallel to Jan Smarts Avenue, Oxford Road, and Rivonia Road. This is routes just like Caller Drive, Sandton Drive, and 11th Avenue. Then in the southern part of Johannesburg, where we will be focusing on, it's Nasrec, Amandeview, and in Riverlea, motorists can use Chris Honey Road, Main Reef Road, Crown Red Road, Soweto Highway, the N17, Aerodrome Road, and Adcock Ingram Road.
Xolani, how are you making sure that this message is, of course, delivered to motorists? And also, let's talk about the compliance that you also need from the citizens during this time, since we do understand there will be stop safety searches during this particular time as well.
Of course, it is important for our residents to comply and cooperate with the operations that will be taking place. We do know that with the significant traffic disruptions, they might be frustrated at some point or another. So that's why we are releasing these messages as soon as possible, so that they are aware, not only for this coming weekend, but on the next weekend, on the 22nd and 23rd, where we'll be having similar exercises. For them, it's just to cooperate, and officers will definitely be on the ground. They'll assist those who are in distress if they are in that type of situation, for them to divert to other routes and alternative routes, but also to reassure them that the roads will then be reopened.
All right, Xolani, thank you so much for that. That is Mr. Xolani Fihla, who's the JMPD spokesperson.